guys!
Hey everyone.
Welcome back. This is our How We Van series. If you're new to the series, we're really glad that you've joined us, and we hope that you'll check out the rest of it.
Definitely. One thing before we start, you have an eyelash on your face.
Oh my gosh. Did you get it?
Yeah.
Alright, so today we are talking about how we film and photograph. We get asked this question a lot, how we are filming things, what our gear setup is like, etc. So we thought that we would take the time to show you.
Absolutely. We have a pretty cost-effective gear setup, so it's pretty exciting. It's pretty accessible, and
Definitely.
yeah, we hope you find it interesting.
Absolutely. So one thing that you'll note is that we are doing two different segments of this video. The first one is myself. I'm going to be talking about the filmmaking gear that we have. And you will notice a much poorer quality to that segment of this video because we only have one set of filmmaking gear. So I'm going to be showing it all off in that video, and thus we're not going to be filming with it. So hopefully it will give you a little bit of perspective as to kind of how, I guess, good the gear is that we use
Versus the difference that it makes.
Yeah, the difference that it does make.
Yeah.
And yeah, then you'll see Jess's section.
And how good I look.
Fantastic you look.
So the second segment will be my segment about photography. I am a professional photographer, and back home when we're not on the road, I do family and birth photography. So I'll be showing you the gear that I use for that, and I've actually brought it along on the road here to get some of our van life in photos too.
Yes.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well,
let's do it.
Do it! Alright, so what we're going to do now is get into my filmmaking gear. So I film everything on my phone, which Jess is holding, but it looks just like this. It's a Samsung Galaxy S8, super old. Need a new phone in the near future. Something that is essential to my filmmaking are these lenses by Moment. So everything that I shoot in the van uses this. It's Moment's wide angle lens. And you can get links to all of this. So I've put together a really in-depth blog post. The link to that is below. It's got links for all of the stuff that I'm about to talk about. But this wide lens is absolutely crucial because you'll be able to notice the difference. I mean, Jess is holding the phone right now, standing back a lot further than where we normally place the phone on the tripod in here with the wide angle lens on. So this thing is awesome. I have two other lenses by Moment that I don't use anymore, but I used to use. One is the anamorphic lens. I used this exclusively while we were hiking the Pacific Crest Trail, and the macro lens. So again, if you just want to look at this blog post that's below, it's got all of my opinions and thoughts on these lenses. So that is how I do filming as far as the camera that I use and the lens. The next thing that I use is the DJI Osmo 3 gimbal. So this was new for when we moved into the van. And this thing is pretty sweet. It's really easy to use. It's kind of like a good mid-grade gimbal is what I would say. It's a little bit finicky, but overall, for the price, I mean, I'm not complaining about it at all. A couple of little things that I would love to see kind of improved is it's difficult to mount a microphone to this, but there are some workarounds. Which brings me to my next item, which is this Rode microphone. It's pretty common in the kind of home video YouTube industry, and there are a couple of workarounds as to how to attach this microphone to the gimbal. So on the bottom here it has a mounting point, and I got this friction magic arm. And what you do is you screw this on, and then you just kind of manipulate the arm here, get it into a position that you like, tighten it up, and then attach your microphone to the phone while it's in the gimbal. So this works really, really well for when you're shooting kind of mobile. So when we're walking around, when we're not doing standstill filming, when we are doing standstill filming, so like our recaps and things like that, I use a tripod. The tripod that we use is, Jess is going to talk about that because it's hers for photography, but the problem comes with the tripod screws into the bottom of the gimbal, so then we're left with, what do we do with the microphone? Well, got this handy dandy piece of Velcro here. Alright, so this is what we do. We just Velcro it on here. I didn't do a very good job right now, but we Velcro it on here and then attach it to the phone, and it can still sit in the tripod. It's not the prettiest, it's not the, most advanced way to do that, but it works for our needs. One thing that I do want to point out, however, is if you want to go the magic friction arm route for the microphone, the kind of spot that you attach the microphone does not fit the magic friction arm. So you have to get one of these adapters, which it's like $5 for a 6-pack on Amazon or something. So that's what you have to get. But overall, it works out well. And last but not least, I have my drone, which is the DJI Mavic Mini. This thing is microscopic. It is really, really cool, really, really small, really light. Again, just check out the blog post that I've created for my reviews on all of these. It goes a lot more in depth as to what I'm saying here. Overall, perfect entry-level drone. I'd never flown a drone before. Buying this one, it still kind of freaks me out. I'm still getting used to flying it and being a confident flyer. Right now we just fly where there's like no people in like any type of vicinity that I can see them or anything because I'm nervous. But yeah, perfect entry-level drone. I highly recommend it. If you're new to flying drones like me, definitely recommend it. It's super affordable for what it is, and I really like it. So I think that wraps up my section of how I film. Again, shoot everything on my phone, so all of the video that you see here on YouTube is shot on a phone, and that's made possible by Moment lenses, or Moment, the company. So definitely check them out if you haven't yet. Links for all of these things are below. And now what we're going to do is flip it over to Jess. She's going to talk about how we photograph.
Hey everyone! So I'm a photographer, and I will tell you about all of the gear that I use to photograph here in the van and in my professional photography life. So first of all, I have this new bag. It's from Atlas. It's the photographer's bag. It's really great. I would highly recommend it. The outside is a waxed canvas. It has a sleeve for your laptop. Is this in the way? And then it opens like this on the side. And you have all these pockets for cords and cards and all kinds of gear. Now I mainly shoot with this setup. This is my Sony A9. It is an excellent mirrorless camera. Not really an intro camera, but I definitely recommend it to any photographers out there. I mainly shoot with a 35mm lens. It's a fairly wide lens, and I find that it gets most of the van in the picture, which is what I'm going for most of the time. I also use this most of the time when I'm photographing families and births back home. So, highly recommend. This is the new Sony 1.8. The Peak Design strap. Love them. I also have a 70-200. This is also a Sony lens. It's really good for getting shots from far away. So if I want to pull in a mountainscape or the city, or if I wanted to shoot some wildlife, this is my go-to. I edit on a MacBook Pro on the go, and also I have external hard drives for that. So I believe this company is called Lassie. It's French. They're really excellent hard drives. They're very durable. They have this outer shell, so if I drop them, we're good to go. No damage done. I've been using these for about 5 years, and I really recommend them to everyone. And that's pretty much it. I also have a cheap tripod that was definitely necessary coming out here. I don't usually use a tripod when I'm shooting families and births back home, but As it's just Sarah and I out here on the road, I am trying to get in the photo as much as possible, and there are only so many surfaces that I can set my camera on in the van, so the tripod has been essential. This is, the brand is Vista. I got it online like 7 years ago and I think it was 30 bucks, so that's all I can say about that. I don't know if it still exists. That's about it. That's all of the photography gear that I used. I will also be posting all of the links and all of the information for these products on our blog. So you can check it out there and let me know if you have any questions. I'm always happy to help.
So obviously we didn't go too much in depth into these products today. It's just a good overview to let you know what we use and how we use it. But if you want more info, click the blog links that are below. We have 2 blogs. One's about the filmmaking gear, one's about the photography gear. It's got our honest reviews, our feedback, our unbiased opinions, both the good and the bad. There for you. It's not there for us, it's there to hopefully help you out if you are interested in buying any of these things, if you want to know what's good about certain products, what's bad about certain products, what we'd recommend, what we wouldn't recommend, and so forth.
Yeah.
So thank you guys so much for watching. As always, let us know if you have any questions in the comments below.
See you next time.
Bye.